Carolina Panthers. Fairbairn ready to get this one going. And we're off and running from Charlotte. It's Brashard Smith now with the return. A big hit there. He's not even going to make it back to the 20. So their offense out now to get this game started. It's 1st and 10.
Here we go, Scott. 331, 331. Tonight.
Again, all right, so this is Trevor Etienne. And he's brought down by a collective effort there. Only 1 yard on the carry.
I don't think that's the amount that they were looking for there, Kate. Going to lead to some shuffling around here in the playbook. Find a more aggressive call on second.
Need a better result than that last run. It's 2nd and 8.
Here we go, son. Hey, Ken, Delta. Hey, never mind, Monday.
Shotgun snap to Fields. Completes. It's Trevor Etienne. And he'll be out of bounds at the 25-yard line.
That's a defense's goal, right, Kate? Just get us to 3rd down so we can have a chance to get off the field. And that was a good adjustment on that stop in particular, when the back ended up being the target, and they were able to keep them short of the sticks.
Fields now on 3rd. Complete beyond the marker. And he stopped cold at the spot. We'll keep paid for that one, but hey, still enough for that 1st down.
Sure seems like he knew exactly what he wanted, and he got it going right where he wanted to with the ball off the snap.
Turbo, sir. Chip slant. Hey, Ken. Mayday. Go.
1st and 10. Here's Fields. Catch is made down the right sideline. He's taken down, but not before he has this all the way to the opposing 40. It's again at 27 yards to move the chains. Offense to the line fast.
You got it. Let's go. Punch right.
Fields throwing once more. Has him on the quick hitter. And he gets leveled just before he reaches the marker, and that hit prevents a 1st down.
It's a gain of 7.
Now the completion rate is strong, partner. The yards, you got to imagine, will start to come soon enough.
You never go broke taking a profit, and you know this one too, Kate. The crumbs always lead to...
Oh, the cookie. Now I'm hungry.
Ken. Right.
Now Fields again. Short pass brought in. And he's stopped at the 31-yard line. Goes to the hurry up here.
A gain of a yard. Brings up 3rd.
Etienne on 3rd down. And this is down to the 28 before the defense halts it. Manages a gain of 3 there. And that's good for a Panthers 1st.
That's another Panthers 1st down.
Hey, Ken.
1st and 10 at the 28-yard line.
Here we go, son.
Fields gets it out wide quick. And he'll get it down to the 24-yard line. A dose of the hurry-up offense here.
4 yards on the pickup. 2nd and 6 at the 24-yard line.
EQ.
Out of the shotgun, Fields. And he scores. Touchdown, Carolina. The Panthers finish up an excellent opening series. They'll try this extra point. Extra point set right down the middle. And the Panthers will jump out to a 7-0 lead. The Panthers kick team out there now as they send it away. And this is going to bounce out of the end zone, so they will set up shop at the 35.
35-yard line.
All right, excellent field position for the Bills as they set up 1st and 10. Complete to the rookie out of Auburn. Running down the left side. Touchdown, Buffalo. The Bills finish off their opening drive. I love plays like this, Brock. Sometimes you just gotta ask your dude, show me what you got, man. Show off those wheels, and he did just that.
Yeah, beauty in simplicity, right?
Yeah.
When you run that fly route, you gotta win right from the jump. You gotta protect yourself from the sideline, too. Don't get pushed to the boundary. Give your quarterback room to throw it up. You can find pay dirt.
So we've got a tie ball game now as they send this away. And no return as this bounces through the end zone for a touchback.
10 at their own 35-yard line.
So good field position for the Panthers. Starting this drive, 1st and 10.
Here we go. Green 19, can I see that? West 35. West right, sit. Hey, never mind, Monday. Go.
Fields out of the gun. And his perfect start is over. And that's the first one of his throws to wind up incomplete.
I love that. Now, I love that defensively right there. It's about the only thing you could do to the tight ends at this level. You have got to disrupt them. You have got to match their physicality with even more physicality, and it forced an incompletion.
Following the incompletion, we stay at the 35. It's 2nd and 10. Quickly out to the right. Complete. Down the sideline past the 40. And he fights his way down to the 35 before the defense can get him out. We've set it down from the 37.
Hey, 10. 10. Here we go, son. Move 58, move 58. Angel. Mayday. Right.
On 1st and 10, it's Fields. Well, the pressure nearly got to him, but still a good play defensively as that one falls incomplete.
That's just simply one of those situations, Kate, where I think you and I got to tip our cap to the defense. Really took away everybody. There was no outlet, and only an incompletion could be had.
Ball stays at that 37. Here's 2nd and 10.
Here we go. Hey, 58, up. Right.
Another throw for Fields. He just got it away before the hit, but the pass winds up incomplete. It's going to be 3rd down.
Just about every play in an NFL game usually has a protagonist and antagonist, a good and a bad. The good there, the courage of that wide receiver. The bad, just could not haul it in.
319, can I see that? EQ! Moving! Yep.
Fields on 3rd. Running right side. He's got his guys into the red zone before someone can force him out. They get 22 out of that play. And that's going to bring up a Carolina 1st down.
Here we go, right.
From the gun, ETN gets it. This one's going the wrong way. Nice win for that defense as they send it backwards. So some immediate revenge for that last play, Brock. I don't know. What do you think? Is it going to take away the pain from giving up that big run the prior play?
Not necessarily, because it really does take a group failure to give up a big run like that in the NFL, but it also takes a whole lot of teamwork to knock them behind the sticks. Job well done there.
Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. Ball and defender arrived at the exact same time there. So they're left facing 3rd and long.
Once that quarterback broke the pocket, kind of turns into like a zone read option a little bit, Kate. You got a couple choices. Keep it yourself or try to force the throw. There was nowhere to go. He really should have used his legs.
Here we go. Easy. Go.
Quickly looking left, and it's complete in the 1st. It's a Taz Walker touchdown. That one right down the middle. And the Panthers take the lead here, 14-7 in the 1st. The Panthers kick team out there now as they send it away. Okay, well, that one's over the 20, the landing zone, and almost everything else we got here today. So that football coming out to our 35-yard line. All right, excellent field position for the Bills as they set up 1st and 10. He fits it through the middle. And they will stop him as he gets this down to their 39-yard line. That's going to pick up the 1st down after a gain of 26. No doubt they'll take a repeat of how this game began, Brock, and that play has them on their way towards it.
Scripting for success. They'll keep pressing the advantage, too, until some resistance has got to finally appear.
So fresh set of downs now from the 39. On 1st down, Allen. He's got this complete to James Cook. And he's brought down at about that 27-yard line. We're a quarter of the way through on this chilly winter afternoon. It's a 14-7 game. We'll take a brief pause and head back to Bank of America Stadium after this. We're back for the 2nd quarter. Bills in possession of the football. They're looking at yet another 1st and 10 on this drive. Hold in by his back, Cook. And he's brought down after a short gain.
Dude, I don't know why every once in a while I'll get these little flashbacks, but a little play like that just flashes me back to the preseason, my first preseason. But one of the veteran QBs said, hey, Brock, whatever you do, just find completions. You will never go broke taking a profit. Go get a completion. They're at a premium in this league.
He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. James Cook, the intended target. And that's going to leave him with a tough 3rd and long.
9 yards to go.
To the air again, Allen. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. Moving quickly, trying to get set again. Now we get a timeout by the Panthers. It's their 1st. And they'll have 2 left to work with here in the 1st half. So here's Kaimi Fairbairn, ready for the field goal try. You better get all of this one. It's got a ways to go. And this kick is good. He needed to get all of it there, and he did. And it's dropped back down now to a 4-point game.
A lot of them may make it look automatic, but you get this deep, and those field goals are far from a certainty. It took all this concentration, every bit of his strength, to send that puppy through.
And that one bounces through the end zone for a touchback. So good field position for the Panthers. Starting this drive, 1st and 10.
Here we go, tonight.
Here's ETN to begin the drive. And they blow up the opening play of this drive. Love the aggressiveness from this defense.
This is one of those plays that I wish we had the huddle mic'd up, Kate, because I can assure you that offensive line in their own way is telling that running back, sorry, we did not give you any chance.
Don't jump. Easy. Move 58, move, press, go straight. All right.
Now it's Fields. He's throwing deep to the left side. And someone stepped in. It's intercepted. And the Bills are going to have it after his 2nd interception of the season. Well, I know I don't need to tell you, partner, but if you're going to try to get aggressive, really push a throw downfield like that, you have to be smart about how you do it.
Yeah, that is spot on, Kate. If you've got to find that spot when you know the coverage won't be able to hold up, especially as you go 20, 30, 40 yards down the field. Hey, listen, these defenders in the league today...
And he will score! Touchdown, Buffalo! The Bills pick it off and get points on the ensuing drive. Fairbairn now for the PAT. So before we get an attempt, there's contact up front. Will it make this field goal easier or harder? All right, so with the penalty, a chance to go for 2 from the 1, or they could elect to try a shorter kick. That kick a whole lot easier after that penalty, right? And he sends it through.
17, Panthers 14.
Here's Smith on the return. And in the end, he's able to get it to about the 25-yard line before he's hauled down.
At their own 25-yard line.
Carolina offense to the line. Here's 1st and 10.
Here we go. Go.
On the ground to begin this drive with ETN. Blocked by the first guy he met. No gain on that first down run.
26.
Offense up to the line fast.
Brings up
Hey,
second
Dan,
and 9.
Dan.
Field throwing here. Into the hands of Walker. And he's going to be stopped right around the 37. Moving quickly, trying to get set.
It's a gain of 11. That's good for a Panthers.
Here's ETN on 1st down. And they're going to stop him after he wiggles his way forward for 2.
Hey, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
Here we go, Hut. Turbo, Hut. Extend. Hut.
A quick throw completed out to the left. And not much doing. He stopped quickly. Working quickly here.
Chips right.
Now 3rd and
Fields out of the gun. 3rd down. Got to him right as he threw it, and it falls to the ground. Looking for his wide receiver there. And that leaves them with 4th and 5.
That one really stings, Kate, because you want to convert there and not only keep this drive going for points, but because now you're giving your opponent a chance to go pad that lead before halftime. That's a no-no.
On 4th down and 5, the offense staying out there.
Here we go. Right.
They're going for it. Here's Fields. And they don't get the catch they need there. Their hand was forced, Brock. Had to try and go for it, but they turn it over on downs.
Do you think maybe, just maybe, there's a chance of having too much confidence offensively? That's not a spot you want to see a team going for it on 4th down. And now it puts their defense right on the hook to try and pick them up after that miscue on 4th.
Hits his running back. And this one's only going to pick up a couple before he heads out of bounds.
There's no negatives ever on a great shoot for a completion, but that's one of those situations. If you're going to take a risk and throw an out route, we'd sure like to see a little bit more yardage gained.
Operating from the gun, it's Allen. It was there, but he couldn't hang on. That's incomplete. Unable to connect with his running back. And it's 3rd down.
So far, this script, well, it's dictated some early looks for this running back, and now you're seeing the adjustment defensively. Not so easy on those checkdowns. Nowhere for that ball to go.
He gets it out left, and it's caught. And they don't get much out of this pass. He's hauled down a little shy of that first. That's 4th down now.
Those kind of completions are so frustrating, Kate. It's like a putt. You got it on line, you feel good about it's going in the hole, but you never want to leave it short.
So rather than try a tough 51-yarder, they're going for it on 4th down. It's a designated keeper for Allen. Move it on into the red zone. And this is going to get them all the way into the red zone. He's taken down at the 13-yard line. So 21 yards and the first. What a call to go for it there on 4th. So after plenty of scoring already, we have reached the 2-minute warning. More coming up from Bank of America Stadium. Stick around. Coming to the line for another 1st and 10. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. Targets have far less room to work in this red zone, Brock. But down this close as a former quarterback, I'm just going to assume you got to feel like he should have been able to hold on through whatever.
Yeah, and every once in a while you get in that huddle and you remind them, now listen, guys, it's going to be contested. We know it's a physical game, all 100 yards at the end of the red zone and end zone. But when you get down here, you've got to come up with contested catches, and he couldn't.
A less than ideal 3rd and 8 here. Third and long for him here. Escapes the pocket. And that's a win for the pass rush. Hit as he threw it, leads to the incompletion. Fourth down coming up. So here's Kaimi Fairbairn, ready for the field goal try. This only a chip shot from the right hash. Up and good from Fairbairn. And that'll double their lead to 6.
One of the areas that kickers and quarterbacks are similar, they want to get into rhythm. And no better way to feel good and get into that rhythm and start a game 2 for 2 as a kicker.
Fairbairn has it all set up for the kickoff. And no return here. This is a touchback, and the ball's going to come out to the 20.
At their own 20-yard line.
First call here coming from the shotgun.
West right, sit. Don't jump. Ready? Right.
Shotgun snap to Fields. Toward the sideline, and he's got it. And they're finally able to get to him and touch him down, but damage already done as they pick up that first down.
First and 10 at the 49-yard line.
Alpha, 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 alpha. Right.
Fields looking to throw. Has him on the quick hitter. And he drives this across midfield and down into enemy territory. Panthers moving quickly, trying to get set at the line.
Second and 4.
Back to throw. Here's Fields. Short pass brought in. And he's able to get this down to the 36. Working quickly here.
Panthers first down.
Throwing again. It's Fields. And there's the stop after he drives this down to the 13. Now Carolina's going to take a timeout. That's its second. And they still have one in their pocket for what's left of this half.
13-yard line.
Offense is set. First and 10.
11, 11, 11. Come on, son. Hey, can. Tonight.
In the red zone on first. He rolls to his right. And he just gets rid of it. Knew he had a couple of plays left. Didn't want to take a risk there on first down.
Kate, I got to believe he hearkened back to that earlier pick and thought the better of making another. Getting outside the pocket, he was either going to try to run for it, had nowhere to go, so he simply threw it away.
Here we go, son. Green, bunch right. Hey, fuck. Hey, can. Easy. Go.
Second and 10 now. Fields. Look underneath here for ETN. And that will not be enough for a first down. Now the Panthers decide to spend their third and final timeout. And that's all they've got for what little remains of this half. Seventh play of the drive. Offense facing 3rd and 3.
Here we go. 19 windy. Here we go. Hey, can. Right.
Now Fields again. And he's got it. Touchdown, Carolina. The Panthers tie it just before halftime. It's a Taz Walker touchdown. His second scoring catch of the game. Knock this through, and they'll take a lead into the break. And that's no good. I don't know if the snap and hold were clean, and he is not able to knock it through. Well, probably still thinking about that missed extra point, partner, but he's got to move past it quick as he gets forward to send this one away. So no return this time. Let's see if they run a play or if they just decide to kneel out the half. They've got 1st and 10, Brock, but time for maybe 2 plays at most if they even want to try anything.
319!
They send a man in motion. Finds a seam down the middle. And they'll They'll take him down after he advances this up to about the 43. They get the timeout called. We've got 5 seconds remaining in the half. What a jolt to start that drive. They're up near the 45-yard line. They've got a man in motion. Looking to throw. Completed to his running back. And he goes out. Just needed one more step there to reach midfield.
That is a textbook first down completion. Sets up second and very manageable and creates space to take that shot downfield.
All right, this is going to be the play that takes us to halftime. Gets it out wide quick, and he might throw this. And it's incomplete. Went deep into the bag of tricks there on second down. Probably expect something a little more conventional here on third. Set up for an incredible second half. All tied as we kick it away here in quarter number 3. Brings in the kick at the 9. And he's brought down just inside the 25. First look, a little pistol formation as they come to the line. 1st and 10. Drive start to the quick throw left, complete. And this is going to take him off and across midfield there at the opposing 45. Goes for 32 yards. And the Bills have a first down. One play in, Brock, and this drive is already in enemy territory. Now the shotgun give to Cook. And a couple of teammates combining there for the stop after just 1 yard.
One thing I can say positive about the execution of that play is at least he didn't go backwards.
They'll come to the line here, 2nd and 9. The right side, caught by Wilson. And into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Buffalo. The Bills take the lead right away in half number 2. So sensational work by the skill man there, Brock. Anytime you can make your quarterback look that good, you know he appreciates it.
That's a quarterback's best friend, no question. But on the other side, gosh, defensively, you got to get that skill player down. Period. Yeah. End of story. You can't give up that much yards after catch.
Fairbairn now for the PAT. The point after splits the uprights. And the Bills break that tie and now lead by 7.
Panthers 20.
Fairbairn has it all set up for the kickoff. Return starts at the 9. And this drive will start inside the 25. Panthers look just about ready. 1st and 10.
Here we go, Scott. Right.
They'll begin with a quick completion to the right side. And he's tackled for a short gain. Offense in the hurry up here.
Brings up 2nd and 7 at the 27-yard line.
Out of the shotgun, Fields. Completed over the middle. And they will finally catch up to him just a second before he could reach that 40. Offense in the hurry up here.
1st and 10 at the 38-yard line.
First down throw for Fields. Makes the play working the sideline, but it takes him out right at the line.
specializes in salvaging broken plays out of the backfield, but even he couldn't get anything out of that one, Kate. That defense, they were all over it.
Offense to the line, 2nd down.
Here we go. Right.
Another throw for Fields. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. Well-timed strike by that defender to knock it free. So now it's going to be 3rd and long. You go middle of the field against zone coverage, Brock. You know this firsthand. You are throwing into rush hour, and there aren't a lot of easy completions to be found in that part of the field.
Yeah, and a lot of those throws, Kate, you're signing your guy up to take some sort of hit. It's on you to protect your guys. Credit that defense for flying around and making the play.
No, no. Green Knight, you got a mini base. Why not? Right.
Fields on 3rd. Oh, he put some heat on this deep ball. Left side. He had it for a moment, but a complete defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete.
Okay, this defense finally said enough, ripped up that script. They have seen him be way too productive. Time to start fighting him for every single throw.
Here we go, shot. Green 19, get shot. Hey, can't. Right.
Back to throw it. He's loaded another one up. And they don't get the catch they need there. Their hand was forced, Brock. Had to try and go for it, but they turn it over on downs. We've set it downs from 37. On 1st down, Allen. That's too far in front, and it's not going to be caught. Dalton Kincaid, the intended target there. So 2nd down coming up.
There's the importance of staying in phase as a defender. He was all over him in coverage, and that really did help force the incompletion.
Ball stays at that 37. Here's 2nd and 10. Back to the air, Allen. Throwing the out route complete. He's out in the clear. Oh, he put him in the spin cycle. And they're going to bring him down as he makes it all the way to the 12. That goes as a gain of 25 yards and picks up the 1st.
That's just awesome, Kate. A little bit of multitasking on that catch. Primary focus, as I always say, is you got to catch it first. But out of the corner of his eye, he knew exactly where to go, and he gets a bunch of yak on top of it.
Oh, Allen loses it! Picked up by the Panthers. And they're going to take possession of the football, but they're going to do it deep on their own side of the field.
You know, this just can't happen on 1st down. It really can't. I mean, ball security is at a premium on every down, every distance. But on 1st down, it is especially a killer.
Carolina offense to the line. Here's 1st and 10.
Here we go, son. Right.
They'll try it left with Etienne. He's forced out of bounds after a gain of about 4 there. 2nd down.
You know, Kate, that might be a little bit of a disappointing run to him. He wanted more. They always do. That's exactly what they were after offensively to get this drive moving.
On 2nd down, it's Etienne. We call it 1, maybe 2 yards at the end, Brock. It's 3rd down. Offense to the line fast.
It's a gain of 2. Brings up 3rd and 3.
They go right back to Etienne. And he's dropped just short of the marker, maybe a yard away. The Bills are going to go ahead and call their 1st time out, as that'll leave them with just 2 to use the rest of the way. Now, not a traditional spot we see teams going for it, but they only need a few inches.
Here we go. Good. Delta. Right.
He's back to throw. He finds him beyond the marker. And he's tackled with the 1st down yardage. He goes to the hurry up here.
That's good for Panthers. 1st down.
11.
1st and 10 at the 24-yard line.
From the pistol, they're going to run with Etienne. And they get about 5 on that 1st down as he's sent out of bounds. So 5 still to go now on 2nd.
Fans love the long ball in baseball. It's like they got the home run derby, but you know what? Talk to managers, and they will tell you small ball can win too. Singles and doubles, you add them up, you can win a lot of baseball games. Football coaches will tell you, you get runs of that length, it may not be a home run, it may not score points, but it can do some serious damage.
1st down run, nabs him 5, now 2nd and 5.
Don't jump.
The lateral goes haywire. recovers. They can still advance it. And they're going to have this up at the 44-yard line as they haul him down. Fields on first down. Made the throw as he was getting hit, Brock, and it's incomplete.
That is a DB's best friend, pressure. That pressure earned that incompletion. They came in before he could find a target and hit him to alter that last-second attempt to get rid of it.
After the incompletion, they come up on 2nd and 10.
Here we go, Scott. Hey, come on. Tonight.
Now a give to ETN running right. And he takes it past midfield and starts the drive into Bills territory. 7 yards on the carry. Now they've got 3rd and 3.
Well, that doesn't net a first down. You get yards like that in the run game, you will take it in the NFL.
Coming to the line for their 9th play of the drive. This is 3rd and 3. ETN again. And he's dropped just short of the marker, maybe a yard away. Buffalo calls it 2nd time out of the half. And they'll likely be very protecting of the only one they've got remaining. Just about a yard to the markers, and they're going to take the risk and go for this.
Here we go.
Here's a design run. Fields has it. And he'll get them enough for a first down. A dose of the hurry-up offense here. Fields gets it out wide quick. And he's forced out of bounds after picking up about 7.
Hey, you like these results on first. That completion right there, right in the window where all options are now available to you on 2nd down. That playbook is wide open.
Looks like a design keeper here for Fields. And out he goes on the final play of the quarter. This is the end of the 3rd quarter. It's the Panthers who have it to start, coming in trailing on the scoreboard. Offense getting set. Here's 1st and 10.
EQ!
Quick to the left, it's caught. He takes it in. Touchdown, Carolina. The Panthers now trail by just a point in the 4th. It's a Taz Walker touchdown. His 3rd through the air this game. The kick is good, so this game now hinging on every possession as we're tied up in the 4th. After tying this game up, they're all set to center away. Return starts from the goal line. And he's out of bounds up across the 25.
Hey, maybe in the end this return just gets lost in the shuffle when we recap things, Kate. But you surrender a lead in the 4th quarter and you feel that momentum being lost. That's exactly what excellent special teams do. They turn it around. It's why that 3rd phase is coached and coached and coached, because you never know when your opportunity may arise. What a great return to begin this drive.
And he will have this across that 40-yard line before they manage to stop him. What a jolt to start that drive. They're up near the 45-yard line. 1st and 10. Here's Allen. Buys time, rolling right. And he just tucks this one away. Wasn't going to risk a throw or force something. It brings up 2nd down.
Look at the coverage on that play, Kate. I love that. That is textbook defense right there. When the quarterback escapes the pocket, and you got to find somebody. You got to go get sticky on your offensive guy. It's exactly what the secondary did, and of course his throw. You know, Kate, it's almost as if the defense invited him to make that throw. That was a play they knew they could defend, and they stopped it right at the line.
3rd and 10. Can this offense get it done? Third and long for him here. That one falls to the turf. Couldn't hang on. It's incomplete. No luck finding his receiver that time. So that brings up 4th and long. Well, tie game, and they want to be the ones to put this away. They're going for it. To throw again, it's Allen. It's caught by Wilson. And he's tackled after getting this to the opposing 46. So an 11-yard gain to back up the considerable gamble to go for it there on 4th down, Brock. They're moving the chains. 1st and 10 now from the 46. To the air again, Allen. Connecting on a slant. And he's able to get this down to the 36.
I'm not going to lie, I know they got a completion, and completions, you never turn them down. But to make that throw for those yards in the double coverage, that is way too much risk for that reward.
Nice spot here for the offense. It's 2nd and 1. Allen fires out wide, complete. And he's tackled with markers down. This one should be on the defense. Looks like they're going to happily turn this one down and let the play stand. First and 10 from the 32.
Here we go. Set.
Design quarterback run here. This is going to take him into the red zone. He's down at the 16-yard line. That's 16 on the pickup. Yeah, that's good for a Buffalo first.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 16-yard line.
Shotgun handoff now to Cook. And his effort results in maybe 2 yards, but nothing more.
2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and 8.
Following that little 2-yard run, it's 2nd and 8. Working from the gun, it's Allen. Brings it in. And he has it down to the 8-yard line on the play.
We get a lot of credit to receivers, and rightfully so, Kate, for them going into coverage and making a catch. I don't think we give enough credit to tight ends. I know they're big, I know they're physical, but to go into double coverage, take that contact, and come away with the catch, that's a big-time effort.
We've reached the 2-minute warning from Charlotte. Bills in range for a game-winning score. To the line, here's 3rd and 3. Now a design run. It's Allen. And he's dropped just short of the marker, maybe a yard away.
I can promise you, that's not what it looked like on the practice field nor on the whiteboard. Typically, QB run is going to net you a whole lot more yardage than that. But let's give some credit. Strong effort by that defensive front who contained a play that typically goes for a whole lot more.
Tie game, and they want to be the ones that put this away. They're going for it.
Round 80.
Wilson, the receiver, in motion left. Here's a design run for Allen. And they come through to stay on the field. That is enough to set this offense up with a 1st and goal.
Some tough running from the leader of the offense right there. Didn't have a ton of room, but he made it work well enough to move those chains.
They're all set up for the game winner. Let's see how they approach it, starting with this 1st and goal. Cook. And they're going to do it, Brock. They break the tie in the final minute. It's a touchdown. So how about the determination there? This game has been as hard-fought as you will see. But they grab hold of the lead here with a late touchdown that may just win them the ball game.
You could almost feel them saying, Kate, we don't want overtime. Let's go out and get it done now. They accomplished their goal, but you do have to ask the question, do they leave too much time on the clock? Stay tuned.
And that one hit the landing zone first and then into the end zone. So it's going to be a touchback out to the 20.
Look around the club, what do I say? Everybody rockin' side to side to the beat. They snapping, ain't fake tricks, bouncing to the groove. All by themselves, that's the new move. Where I'm from, you like to go dumb. I'm smoking up the game, I'm seeing how it's done. I ain't showed it what they call it. She said the food pattern.
All right, working from the gun to start. First and 10. Here he is to throw. Trying to push deep downfield. Complete inside the 35-yard line. And he's got it all the way down to the 12.
The analytics are pretty clear. It's hard to move the ball in this league with short little dinks and dunks. You've got to get the explosive chunk. You've got to get the big play. And that throw to the outside, that gets the job done.
Wary of the clock here, Brock, but at least all their timeouts are still available. It's first and 10.
Here we go, son. 2:22. Extend. Sit high.
He'll give this up the middle to ETN. Middle was crowded, so he found some daylight outside. Look at that. That's a 9-yard gain. Panthers moving quickly, trying to get set at the line.
It's second and
Just
inches.
Watch right. Right.
Second down, ETN gets it again. And he couldn't get much there, but what he did get was absolutely crucial. That makes it first and goal.
It's a gain
And a
of
timeout's
yard.
called. We'll have likely just a final play. Only 6 seconds remaining in this one.
First and goal
That's certainly
at
a
the
spot where you
2-yard
could be
line.
more aggressive, Kate, if you wanted to take your shots. But some coaches, even the bolder ones, will take the safe play first when they get it from time to time. No third down required now.
They can decide to play for the tie or win later. First, they've got to reach that end zone. It's first and goal.
5:51. Tonight.
This is a design look for Fields. Not able to make a push for that goal line. He's hit for a loss back at the 3. And with 4 seconds remaining, they're going to take a timeout.
Second and goal at the 3-yard line.
Went in the wrong direction the last play. Need to get forward 3 yards here on second and goal.
Here we go. 3:19. Get it. 11. Right.
Quick throw left side, complete. And they got him. They took him down before he could get to that goal line. No time left. Zeros on the clock. This game's over. So the Bills fight their way to a win on the road. Well, Brock, I think it's safe to say that the top-ranked defense in the NFL probably going to take a couple